and here you are having, you know that your norm f infinity is what? Supremum of mod f of x dx, and your norm f1 is integral 0 to 1 mod f of x, correct? Yeah. Now can you compare between them? If one is less than 1, can you say other guy is also less than 1? That means in the case of this one, norm f1 that is less than equal to norm f infinity. Can you say about the other one by multiplying something? Can you say something? Norm f infinity is less than or something times norm f1. Can you say something like this? Just think about it. Look at these two norm and think about it. Yes, what is your answer? What do you think? Here you have to compare two things. You have to compare area under the curve, and another thing is you have to compare with the maximum of a function. So what do you think?
Here, sir, maximum will be greater than the area.
Even you can have some function. See, whatever you are saying, it should be true for every function, correct? But I can give you some function जिसका maximum is very high, but that function का area under the curve it is less than some a small number, something 1 or 2, you can say. You want to see some example? Look at this.
One by
Suppose I am taking a function जिसका value क्या होता है, just बड़े बड़े numbers है, but it is, you can say, just a set of countable discontinuities, that it has so many discontinuity, correct? Or you take just point only, you take just points only. So what do you see? Suppose I'm taking this f of n equal to n for all n belongs to natural number, and it is 0 for otherwise n belongs to natural number complement, correct? First of all, whether this is integrable or not, whether this function is integrable.
no, sir.
Why?
It has infinitely many discontinuities.
So
No, sir.
what happens if it has infinite infinity? See
No, it
in
has
your
only integer discontinuities, sir.
no, that is okay. See in SYBSC we have done that. If you are having countably infinite, the thing is that you should be countable. Finite or infinite or that is okay, but it should be countable. If you can count the number of discontinuities, then
It is integrable.
it is integrable. Yes. So in this case, 1, 2, 3. Do you see? Natural number is countable, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what is the answer? And what
Norm
is,
infinity is greater than
yes,
norm of
and what is the area under the curve?
0.
0. Do you see? I gave you a function जिसमें function का mod बहुत बड़ा है. It is n, correct? As your n is going upward, and it will go towards infinity, correct? If you take large number value of n, it will go towards infinity. But what about area under the curve? It is 0. So whether it is bounded or not. First of all, it is whether it is open set or not. Whether it will be a open set or not. See, let me explain whatever I have told you. I have taken a function, correct? We can construct a continuous function, positive continuous function, you can say. Positive. Yeah, I need to take a continuous function also. Yes, positive continuous function. We'll take an example of that also. Positive continuous function, because in that case your function should be continuous, I think. Yes, because I'm talking the C01. That example won't work. So we can construct a positive continuous on C01 that area could be, or area under the graph is less than any positive number, any positive delta, but whose maximum could be large, could be as large as we want. Correct? This implies that for no delta positive B could be a subset. Correct? You see that? Now let us summarize what are the things. I am giving you open ball. Let us see in terms of equivalent. I am giving you open ball which is b 0 comma infinity. Sorry, 0 comma 1. This is a open ball I am giving you in b infinity. Na? I am giving you this open ball. I am asking you, give me a delta. Give me a delta positive such that b1 of delta 0 comma delta that is contained in b infinity of 0 comma 1. Can you give me a delta? This was the definition. See, this is the thing we have done here also. To prove d1 and d2 are equivalent, पहले मैंने क्या किया? I am taking an open ball. Let b d1 p comma r be an open ball. Then I need to find another radius that it should satisfy this inequality. b d2 of p comma something that should contained in b d1 जो मैंने open ball दिया था उसके अंदर आना चाहिए. This was the question, isn't it? तो मैंने क्या किया? I had to prove this is subset. So I started taking an element here and I was not aware कि मुझे कौन सा R choose करना है. So I'm going to choose it as S. So I started let y belongs to b d2 p comma s. That means d2 of p comma y that is less than s. But I know something, d1 is less than equal to root 2 d2 and that is less than equal to root 2s. So choose s equal to r by root 2. I can get that. Because I have to use this, correct? You see, if you remember this example also, अपने को चाहिए क्या? I am taking a open ball in D2. मुझे क्या proof करना है? I have to give an open ball in D1, which is contained inside this open ball. Do you agree? This was the definition of equivalent, isn't it? If I give you a open ball in D2, give me another open ball with the same center that should contain inside this open ball D2 के अंदर रहना चाहिए. So that means what? From here I need to give me you need to give me a B D1 P comma S such that it satisfies this equation. Is that okay? I am giving you an open ball. I am asking for a radius R or for another radius because radius. So B D1 P comma that another radius should be contained inside this. So so I took y equal to this, y belongs to this, so that means d1 of p comma y that is less than s. But I am already given with something. मुझे r का पता है, क्या पता है? I know that d2 of p comma r, d2 of y comma p that is less than r, and I know between d2 और d1 में relation है. So what r should I choose? I can choose the same r, s equal to r. That will work because उससे भी छोटा है. Same in this case also. In this case also, I am taking B infinity 0, 1. What I am asking, give me a radius, correct? So that means I have to prove if I take any element here, I have to prove this is here, correct? So you can consider like this. Suppose if I take F belongs to B1, 0, infinity. What do you mean by that? That means norm of F1 why I'm writing 0, it should be 0, delta. Na? I don't know which radius. Huh? This is less than delta, correct? By using this, can I say that norm f infinity that is less than 1? This is the question. Do you understand? In
Yes,
earlier
sir.
in earlier case it was easy because उधर मुझे क्या करना था, उल्टा करना था. उधर मुझे क्या करना था, I was given with a open ball. Maybe I can I insert a new page? I don't know. Okay, yeah. See, in this case मुझे करना क्या था, I was given an open ball. Just like here I was given B infinity 0, 1. Here I was given B 1, 0, 1. And the question was, can you give me B infinity of 0, comma some delta or R, I don't know, that is contained in this open ball. Correct. So what I will start with, मुझे proof क्या करना है? This, if this exists, then I have to prove. So मैं क्या करूँगा? Let us take a function f belongs to this guy, b infinity 0, comma delta. I don't know what is delta. I have to choose. That is the main aim which I have to find, correct? So if I take f belongs to b infinity 0, comma delta, that means what? Norm f infinity, norm of infinity that is less than equal to delta. What else? From this, can I say this? Norm f1 that is less than 1. That is the only claim. You have to choose a delta. So what should I choose? From this, can you come to this? This is only possible if you choose this. If you know this inequality, f1 is less than equal to norm f in infinity, which you have to prove. So if it follows this, so what delta, कौन सा delta choose करूँ मैं? Which delta should I choose so that this should be true? Choose delta equal to 1, isn't it? Do you agree? That means with the same radius, this is this works. Here it was having this relation. Now let us focus on this. Can you prove this thing?
Yes, sir.
Your
F1
norm
is
F1. Do
F
you see it is
infinity is
it?
UF.
Yes, it is same as your UF. Graphically अगर देखो तो again let me insert a new page. Graphically this means, suppose I am having a continuous function. Let me just take an example of a continuous function. Okay, in the interval suppose 0 to 1. So suppose this is my function, correct? So one part is area under the curve. What is area under the curve? What is this guy? This is norm F1, correct? And norm infinity क्या रहेगा? Can you tell me? Maximum. Take the maximum of function. So it will be, this is the maximum of function and this is the length. And ये unit length ले रहा हूँ मैं, ये distance है 0 to 1. So your width is 1. So whatever you are having, that will be same as the length of this square, isn't it? Sorry, area of this square. You will be having some extra part. Yes. So what is this green part? This is norm F infinity. Is that clear? What do you see? What do you see from this?
Norm F1 is
Norm,
less than or equal to norm infinity.
correct. Norm F1 is less than or equal to. So in this case, by using this inequality, I can say that choose. Suppose I am having B10, I can get a open ball inside that. Correct. If I am having an open ball, which is my B101, I can find a delta with same center. I can find an open ball around this, which is my B infinity. Is that clear? And what is that open ball? It is also having the same radius. Radius is 1 only. Because in that case, it is true. But now let us come back to this. Let us see this. I am having an open ball B infinity 0, 1. From here, you have to come to this point. Can you always construct a function, continuous function, such that mod will always be mod को अगर मैंने bound दे दिया, that is it is less than 1. I know this one. I know this. We no, not F, not F. We know the radius is 1. Radius को मैंने fix किया है 1. Can you give me any other delta? That means if I take a function f, can you find delta? Which is definitely less than 1, then only it will be contained inside. Correct? But you can construct so many functions जिसमें area under the curve is less than delta, but you cannot bound. Read the statement. We can construct positive continuous function f on the interval 0, 1 such that area under the graph is less than any positive delta, but whose maximum could be as large as we want. Can you see some graph? So there is no delta such that b1 0 comma delta that is completely contained in b infinity 0 comma 1. Now, if you still do not understand this, try to draw the graph of this. Try to draw the graph of this to people. Let us see. B1 0 infinity ka graph. B1 0 delta. What is the graph? What is the definition of this first? It will contain set of all function such that f is in C01 such that norm of f1 is less than delta. What do you mean by this? That means integration 0 to 1 mod f is less than delta. करेक्ट. मतलब एरिया क्या है? लेस देन डेल्टा. मतलब मैंने एरिया को फिक्स किया. And what about this? B infinity 0, 1. Supremum of mod f that is less than 1. Correct? So I am given with this. This is given to me. You need to give me a delta such that, see, delta is any number such that this integration is less than delta. This is what this part is saying.
Delta 1.
Yes.
We can take delta equal to 1 also.
Oh, so you are saying if you choose delta equal to 1,
Then also it is true only.
but we can always make our maximum as large as possible. Let us draw the graph first. What is the graph of this? Can you draw the graph of this? Let us focus graphically. Okay. So what do you mean by this? B1 0 delta. It will contain all the function f such that जिसका एरिया क्या है? बाउंडेड बाय डेल्टा. करेक्ट. So in this function, I am going to take all those function f. ये एक function है. Suppose I am having this bound as 1 and यहाँ पे -1 suppose I am having. I don't care this minus वाला part because यही that is the main motto. So this is 1. Can I construct so many functions? ये set में क्या आएगा? This will contain all the functions whose area is less than 1. Those function can be here also. Do you agree? Because I have to focus on area for mod f. तो कोई भी function ले लो, negative भी रहा, still I have to see mod f. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Now do you see a problem? Suppose I am taking a function जिसका नेगेटिव पे बहुत दूर जा रहा है, बहुत बड़ा है नेगेटिव पे. करेक्ट. एंड इफ यू टेक मॉड ऑफ दैट तो उसमें तो वो लेस देन 1 आएगा. बट आई कैन चूज एनी डेल्टा. Do you see? Can I say the supremum of function is less than 1? See, supremum of mod f. Supremum of mod f में ये count होएगा, ये function का, ये this value will be counted where in the case of this one, जिसमें सिर्फ मैं ऊपर वाला part ले रहा हूँ, that won't be counted. Mod f means what? I will just consider only the positive values. But in the case of supremum of mod f का कुछ भी value हुआ, I am just taking absolute value of that. I have to take the supremum जो भी बड़ा हुआ, that is the case. Do you see that? That means I can construct. You read this statement again and see whether you understand this or not. That means what? We can construct some function as large as we want. Such that area is less than delta. Area will be less than delta, but the function is not less than 1, isn't it? Suppose मैंने इसको delta बोल दिया, हाँ. So area under the this area will be always less than delta, but whether my function is less than 1.
No, sir.
Correct? Can you construct so many functions? And it should be continuous. I am making a function which is continuous here. So I can make the area of the function, area under the, see, the main part is this mod f. So area under this mod f, it will consider only the function का part जो भी तुम्हारा x axis के ऊपर हो. It will consider only those function. But in this case, you will be taking supremum of mod f, but you cannot say that it is always less than 1. Do you agree now? And similarly, अगर graphically अगर second case देखा, suppose you are already given this. Suppose you are given supremum of mod f is less than 1. Can you say that area under the curve will be less than 1? That is quite clear from graph. Do you see? Let us see the second case. जो हम लोग ने proof किया है. In that case क्या बोल रहा है? You are given this. You are given supremum of mod f is less than, मतलब तुम्हारा function कभी 1 और -1 को पार ही नहीं करेगा. Do you agree? If you are given supremum mod f of t that is less than 1, that means your function will never cross this line. Is that clear? You take any function, it will never cross this. So area under the curve क्या आएगा? It will be always less than this area. ये अगर square बनाया मैंने, it will always be less than that. Do you agree? So same R will work. Do you see that? So do you, what is the conclusion here? What I am making? Open ball, take open ball, B on the this open ball is open in C01 comma infinity. Correct. And what next I proved? If I take open ball B infinity 01, this is not open. Not open in C01 norm 1. Take some time, think about it whether you understand these two statements or not. Try to see graphically. You will always understand graphically. In this case, you are taking an open ball in B01. In this case, you are taking an open ball in infinity, and you have to do, there is an open ball which is open in this one also. Here your open ball B infinity is not open in this. So you're having an open ball in norm 1, you have to prove whether this is open or not. So you can construct so many functions such that the area will be less than delta, but you cannot say the supremum of function will always less than 1. Isn't it? See, focus on, I'm considering only the interval 0, 1. Do you understand this much?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. If
Sir,
you
what we
understand this,
had to show? This is only what we had to show.
no, because of these two things, can you say whether D1 and D infinity are equivalent?
No, sir, because
Exactly. So what can you say that D1 and D infinity, or you can say norm 1, hence norm 1 and norm infinity are not equivalent. This is what we are supposed to show on the set C0. Is it clear? Yes, is this okay? Shall we go ahead? Just understand this properly. Go back and check, try to draw, try to see. See the whether or not. No.
sir, your voice is breaking.
Okay, just Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Just change the position so that okay. So do you understand? So these two statements are quite important for us. Open ball B101. This is open in that also, but open ball B infinity 01 is not open in C01. Correct. Not open means what? You just also write here. That means I can find this one. B10. What is that? B10 delta लिखा है ना मैंने. That is not contained in B. यही था ना, what is that? For any delta. Yes, B infinity. But in the case of this, you are having that. Correct? That's it. So in one page, I have written everything, whatever you are supposed to know here. In this case, you are supposed to prove B infinity of 0 delta. See, मुझे क्या check करना था? Open ball B01 is open. That means open means what? Take any point, I should able to form an open ball inside that. Yes, I can form an open ball B infinity with the same delta it work if you choose delta equal to 1. But that is not the case here. Take some time, and whether you are okay with this, then we can go ahead. and try to see the graph. If you take any point here, that means what? Your function should be, your mod f infinity should be less than delta. Now you are already given norm f1 is less than 1. So can you choose some delta such that this should be okay? Yes, I can choose some delta. Yes. Shreyas, Payal, Neha. Let us quickly summarize the proof. Shreyas,
Yes, sir.
yeah, can you prove the first part?
D infinity is subset of D1. So here we have to show that D. Sir, I'm not able to recall.
You just have to use the relation norm infinity and norm 1 में. What is the hint? This one. Norm f
One
infinity is then 1, no? पहले 1 है.
norm infinity.
Yes.
सर इससे सबसेट कैसे प्रूव होता है, मतलब मुझे समझा नहीं वो वहाँ पर.
See, अगर see, if you take any function here, start with take f belongs to this. What do you mean by this? तो इसका मतलब क्या रहेगा? Norm f infinity that is less than delta, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Let me just take this whole thing here. Yeah. Now see. You have to prove this is subset, correct? Let us start. Let f belongs to b infinity 0 delta. Is that okay? What do you mean by this? That means norm f infinity that is less than delta. Agreed? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
And what I have to prove? I have to prove f belong to this guy, na? That means at last मुझे proof क्या करना है? F belongs to B101. That means what? At last मुझे proof क्या करना है? Norm F1 that should be less than 1. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Do you see? Do you see the result? Which delta should I choose? Now I already
Delta
know
equal to
norm
1.
F1. Yes. So norm F1 that is less than equal to norm F infinity and that is less than delta. So choose delta equal to 1. Is it okay? So we
Yes.
took a function here and we are able to prove f that f belongs to this. But that is not in the case of here, this one. So here you have to give a counter example. You try to draw a graph and you just show, or you just write in the form of statement. You can construct so many functions. Do you agree? You take a function here and yeah, I'll write this also if you want. Now do you understand this?
Yes, sir. Now it is clear.
Now try to see. You want to prove this is not subset of this. Let us try to prove. Suppose it is मुझे proof ही करना है subset है. तो मैं क्या करूँगा? I'll start taking a f, correct? I will take a f which belongs to this b10 in delta, isn't it? What do you mean by that? That means norm of f1 that is less than delta, correct? From this मुझे proof क्या करना है? This f should belong to b infinity 01. अगर मुझे subset proof करना होता, that means what? Norm f infinity should be less than 1. Yes?
Yes, but functions can have supremum
Yes.
greater than 1.
From
Okay, sir.
here to
Now
here, you cannot come from here to here, correct? Because अगर मतलब मैंने बोला area less than delta है, I cannot say that my function is less than 1. Isn't it? Area under the curve is less than delta. We can't say mod of function, correct, is less than 1. Is this clear now?
yes, sir.
Yeah, good. What about you guys, Payal? Yeah, if you want, I can explain it once again. Just focus on these 3 pages. That will help you. If your area is less than delta, you cannot say that your function is bounded by 1. Your mod function is always less than 1. Correct? Good. Shall we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I am going to give you one more definition to say, we say that two norms are equivalent. Say norm 1 and norm 2. Norm 1 and norm 2 are equivalent if matrix induced by them are equivalent. And you know that why? Because metric ko you can write in terms of norm, correct? You can write your metric in terms of norm. That is d of xy. You can write it as norm of x minus y. Isn't it? So if I'm talking about norm f, that means what I am writing? D of f comma 0. So you can write it in terms of that. Is it clear? So we are going to say two norms are equal if their metric are equal, correct? एक्चुअली मैंने पहले यूज कर लिया इसको, मुझे पहले बताना चाहिए था. Is that okay? Show that the norms are equivalent if and only if there exist if and only if there exists positive constant C1 and C2 such that C1 norm x1 that is less than equal to norm of x2 that is less than equal to C2 norm x1. Same goes for in the case of distance also. Huh? See, it is much easier to prove in the case of norm because we need only one vector that is x. But in the case of metric, I need two guy d of xy. So I can write the same thing in terms of a metric also. That is d1 metric that is less than d2 something c1 d1 that is less than d2 and that is less than c2 d2. Then we say that it is metric. So this is another definition to say two metric are equivalent. Is that clear? And do you see the proof is quite obvious here? If you take any open ball here, तो मुझे proof करना है इसमें है तो you just have to divide by C and just make the appropriate changes. Isn't it? Can you prove it? The proof is very easy. That means if you take any open ball, take a open ball in सपोज नॉर्म वन में लेता हूँ सी दिस नॉर्म वन इज नॉट सेम एज जो मैंने नॉर्म वन पहले डिफाइन किया था दे आर क्वाइट डिफरेंट आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट दिस इज आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग अ डेफिनेशन आई एम ट्राइंग टू राइट द प्रूफ ऑफ दिस नाउ suppose you would like to prove these two are equivalent, correct? So how will you do that? Suppose I am taking b1, suppose I am taking b1 say f comma r is open in norm 1. करेक्ट मुझे प्रूफ क्या करना है आई नीड टू गिव वन मोर एस सो लेट g belongs to b1 of f comma s sorry b2 of f comma s such that मुझे प्रूफ क्या करना है एट लास्ट आई नीड टू प्रूव b2 of f comma s that should contain in b1 of f comma r. Do you agree? That means I am having an open ball in the norm 1. I am trying to find another open ball with the same center, correct, which is inside this b1. That means I need to find a b2 with some radius. I don't know what radius I should choose such that it should be contained inside this b1. Do you agree? So if g belongs to b2 of f of s, what do you mean by that? That means norm of f minus g that is less than s, correct? Isn't it? So what and this is norm 2. Do you have some relation? मुझे क्या proof करना है? This g, what I need to prove? I need to prove this g belongs to b2 of f comma sorry b1 of f comma r. This is what I am supposed to prove. That means what? Norm of f comma g should be less than r. So tell me what r should I choose? I have one more inequality. I have c2 norm 1 is less than c1 norm 2. It is less than c2 norm 1, isn't it? यही है ना? So by using this inequality, can you tell me what s should I choose? Such that from here I need to come back to this guy. This is f minus g. Can somebody tell me? I am given with this. I would like to go to this guy. So what s I should choose? Try to see relation between 1 and 2.
R upon C1.
Okay, r upon c1. Let us see. Why are you taking r upon c1? You have to use this inequality first of all, na? Yes, you are right. You just have to say that. इसमें से कौन सा inequality you are using? You're using this one or these two people together? Which two people you are taking at?
First,
Yes, first two. Very nice, very good. That means you are correct. So from first two, can I write this? Norm 1 is less than equal to C2 upon C1 norm 2. Can I write this?
yes, sir.
Perfect. Now do you see what is the answer? I just have to write F minus G here. So norm of F minus G, that is less than equal to C2 upon C1 norm of F minus G. But I know something about this. This is already less than S. So I'm having this is less than C2 upon C1 S. So what S should I choose? Choose S equal to, I need to prove this whole thing is less than R. मतलब ये part क्या होना चाहिए? Less than R. So what S should I choose? Isn't it? Do you agree? Should I choose S equal to C1 R upon C2? Because if I put S equal to C1 R upon D2, I will get this as R. That means I am getting norm of F minus G that is less than R. That's it. This is what I was supposed to prove. Isn't it? Do you agree? Yes or no? Tell me if you have any doubt. So what do you see? If I take any open ball here, I can get an open ball inside this open ball. So by using these two people, correct? अगर मैंने open ball इसमें लिया होता, B2 में लिया होता, then I just have to use these two people. So in both the cases, so you can see that they are equivalent. Do you see मैंने कौन सा किया अभी? I assume this and I prove they are equivalent. And this part is quite obvious. If they are equivalent, you can prove this. That follows from the, you can write if and only if also. It follows. Is that okay? So the definition of equivalent, you are having one more definition for equivalence. Do you see that? Yes. So now do you see जो मैंने last के lecture में homework दिया था, now that is quite obvious now. Because suppose I am taking norm 1, norm 2 and norm infinity in Rn. But in Rn हम लोगों ने एक relation proof किया है क्या? What is the